My friend, there are moments in life when heaven itself begins to whisper into the depths of your soul. Moments when you feel something stirring inside you, something gentle, something divine, something that feels like love wrapped in light. And you may not be able to explain it, but you can feel it. Someone is thinking about you. Someone is praying for you. Someone is being drawn to you by a force far greater than they understand. The message I have for you today is simple, yet profound. Angels say they're in love with you, but they're hesitating because of Yes, heaven knows there is a connection. Heaven knows there is affection. Heaven knows there is a bond forming that neither of you can fully explain. But something inside them, something deep and unspoken, is causing them to hesitate. Not because they don't care, not because they don't see your worth, but because there's something in their heart, their past, or their spirit that they're struggling to surrender. And God wants you to understand this story today, not to confuse you, not to frustrate you, but to prepare you, strengthen you, and awaken your spirit to what He is aligning in your life. When someone feels a deep spiritual pull toward you, it can awaken emotions inside them that they haven't touched in years. Their heart knows there is something different about you, something sacred, something that brings peace and clarity. Yet this very feeling opens old wounds they thought were buried. Their hesitation is not a sign of a lack of love. It is proof that love has triggered places inside them that still need healing. Many people walk through life carrying scars from past relationships, broken trust, disappointments, and moments when they gave their heart only to have it mishandled. When they meet someone who carries light, compassion, and genuine sincerity, someone like you, their soul leaps, but their mind freezes. The angels whisper that they are drawn to you, touched by you, inspired by you, but they are also afraid to let history repeat itself. They fear being vulnerable again because vulnerability once led them to pain. And so they hesitate, not because their heart is unsure, but because their past is loud and their wounds are still tender. Their hesitation is also connected to the fear of not being enough. When they look at you, they see qualities they admire: strength, kindness, stability, spiritual depth. It makes them question whether they can offer you the same. They worry that if they step forward too soon, they may fail you or fall short of what you deserve. This internal conflict creates a silent battle inside them, one that you might never see on the surface. They smile, they act normal, but inside, they are wrestling with memories of how things once went wrong and how they never want to repeat those mistakes. They feel the weight of wanting to protect your heart while also protecting their own. It is a delicate balance, and angels are helping them walk through it. Sometimes, when a person carries old emotional wounds, they learn to build walls instead of bridges. Love feels risky, closeness feels dangerous, and commitment feels like stepping into a fire they were once burned by. But meeting someone who feels heaven sent disrupts that pattern. You became a mirror for them, reflecting what is possible: peace, hope, purpose, and real love. But at the same time, you also reflect what they still need to heal. It's not your fault. You didn't cause their fear. Your presence simply revealed it. God often uses the right person to expose the wrong pain, not to bring hurt, but to bring healing. And that's what is happening to them now. This hesitation is not stagnation, it is transformation. It is the moment when the heart recognizes something too valuable to lose and becomes careful with every step. The angels see their inner struggle clearly. They see the memories that haunt them, the insecurities that whisper lies, doubts that hold them back. They see the nights this person has cried over old wounds, the days they pretended to be strong when they were actually breaking, and the effort they've put into rebuilding their life. When someone has been wounded deeply, love doesn't come naturally, it comes cautiously. And the caution you see in them is part of the healing heaven is orchestrating. They need time to unclench the pain of their past so they can hold the love of their future. Even though they are hesitating, they are thinking of you more than you realize. They replay conversations in their mind. They feel your energy. They carry your words with them. And they're starting to believe that maybe this time love won't hurt. Maybe this time love is safe. Angels are guiding their heart, comforting their fears, and slowly removing the emotional barriers that keep them from stepping toward you. This process is sacred. It's not rushed. It's not forced. Heaven wants them to come to you healed, not broken, confident, not afraid. And though their hesitation feels like distance, it is actually preparation. They are learning to trust, learning to open, learning to believe that God can give them something better than what they lost. They are learning that you are not their past. You are part of their redemption, part of their healing, and part of a love story heaven is carefully unfolding. When a person sees strength in someone they care about, it can stir two powerful emotions inside them at the same time. Admiration and intimidation. They look at you and see qualities that inspire them, your emotional maturity, your resilience, your ability to stand firm in storms that would have broken others. They see the way you speak with conviction, the way you carry love with dignity, the way your heart remains soft even after everything you've been through. This kind of strength is rare, and because it is rare, it affects them deeply. Your presence shows them what real love should look like: steady, wise, patient, rooted in faith, and it makes them want to rise to that level. But wanting to rise and believing they can rise are two very different things. Their hesitation comes from the hidden fear that they are not yet the person they need to be in order to love you in the way you deserve. They admire your discipline, your compassion, your consistency. They admire how you move with purpose, how you think before you speak, how you show grace even when others don't. They admire that you know who you are in God and who you are becoming. But that admiration sometimes cuts into their confidence. They question whether their own heart is steady enough, healed enough, focused enough to walk beside you. They feel as though your strength highlights the areas in themselves that still need work. Your peace reveals their anxiety. Your clarity reveals their confusion. Your stability reveals their uncertainty. And instead of pushing them away, this contrast actually pulls them closer because they know your presence makes them better. Still creates a quiet fear inside them, the fear of disappointing you. They are used to environments where relationships were unbalanced, where love was shallow, where they didn't have to grow beyond their comfort zone. But with you, everything feels different. You push them gently, spiritually, effortlessly toward growth. Not because you ask for it, but because your very existence demands it. Angels see how this inner shift is happening. They see how they become more responsible when they think of you, more reflective, more intentional. They find themselves wanting to improve their habits, heal their wounds, organize their life, strengthen their relationship with God. And while this is a beautiful transformation, it can also feel overwhelming to someone who has never been loved by someone strong. Some people fear failure more than rejection. They fear stepping forward only to fall short. They fear offering their heart only to discover they're not enough. When they see your standards, not worldly standards, but spiritual and emotional ones, they worry they will not be able to meet them. They worry that you will expect depth, commitment, honesty, communication, and stability. And instead of seeing these expectations as normal and healthy, their past experiences make these expectations feel intimidating. Loving someone who has strength means loving someone who sees through excuses. Loving someone stable means loving someone who will not tolerate inconsistency. Loving someone spiritually mature means loving someone who won't play with their destiny. That level of accountability is both beautiful and terrifying for someone still growing into themselves. Your strength also reveals their potential. They feel that if they stand beside you, their life will elevate. You will challenge them to be better, to dream bigger, to walk straighter, to love healthier. They know that someone like you doesn't come often, and this makes them take every step with caution. Angels whisper that this hesitation is not rejection, it is reverence. They are not pulling away because they don't care. They are pausing because they care so deeply that they want to get it right. They want to approach you with maturity, not insecurity. They want to offer you peace, not chaos. They want to contribute to your life, not drain it. And until they feel ready to match your energy, they hesitate, not out of fear of you, but out of fear of failing someone they see as a gift. Inside their heart, there is a quiet promise forming. They want to rise to your level, not because you require it, but because your strength awakens the best version of them. They see what life with you could be: balanced, blessed, purposeful. And while that vision inspires them, it also humbles them. Heaven is guiding this inner transformation. You are not intimidating them in a negative way. You are inspiring them in a divine way. And angels are walking with them as they learn to believe that they can become the person your strength sees in them. When God is aligning two hearts, He does not rush the process. Heaven works in a rhythm that is slower, quieter, and more intentional than what human emotions often want. You may feel the connection strongly,